Conviction, belief, certainty, confidence are all the same things and are very important for your job search. Hello, in today's video, we are going to talk about maintaining your conviction, unwavering conviction during the job search process. Conviction or confidence is going to help you clear your interviews faster, negotiate better salaries, take better risks in your career, apply for jobs with higher responsibilities, make more money, and have a shorter and faster job search process. That is why we are talking of conviction. Before we go further, I would request you to please subscribe to the channel. Throughout the video, feel free to comment, give your inputs about whatever is being covered, and that will really help us. So, coming to the topic again, a job search is a mentally, physically, emotionally demanding process, right? It takes a toll. It's a very uncertain process. We are constantly worried whether it will happen or whether it will not happen, whether we'll get the right job, when will we get the right job, we do not know. Thus, we need to be constantly aware that we have to maintain our conviction and confidence during that process. What are the factors that come in the way of our conviction being shaky? First and foremost, we feel at times when we look at the news, when we hear others and so on, there's enough negative news going around in the world and so on, and we might feel that it's not possible to get a good job these days. Or we might feel there are no jobs for freshers, we might feel there are no jobs in my field, people keep talking of which industry and so on. But in my experience, what I have seen is what matters is whether I believe that I can find a job. I believe there's a job outside available. I know of people who have found the best jobs during hard economic times like COVID and recession and so on. And there are people who are not able to find jobs even in stable economic times or when things are growing. Like in IT, I know of people who are getting like 2 times and 3 times their salaries, and there are people in the same industry still thinking they're not able to find the right job. So the reality is that it's not about the market only, it is about how you feel about it, how you approach it. Yeah, so that is why I think conviction plays a part. So we are going to cover that today. Secondly, what we also do is we compare ourselves with others. Yeah, like I said, if we're talking of IT and I talk of people who are getting 2 times and 3 times salary, and there is somebody or one of us is not kind of getting an interview call, it can really take a toll on our conviction, on our belief that whether we can find it, am I good enough, I did not clear a test, and so on. But at these times, we need to go back, reflect, and improve ourselves. We don't need to compare ourselves with others. Each of us is unique. Each of us has a different life, and similarly each of us has a different job search journey. Even with the same qualification, same industry, you will find that your job search journey is going to be different. When you're sitting on the interview, you are one-on-one sitting with the company interviewer or the recruiter owner. And so that's a very individual process, and you need to focus on your own self during the journey. Comparing yourself with others can sometimes demotivate you, sometimes lead to defocus. So you need to remember that. Thirdly, what you also need to remember is that the job search process is basically a process of filtering. You will filter out companies, you will filter out the kind of jobs you want, you will filter out the companies with what kind of salaries you want, and so on. And similarly, the companies will also meet multiple candidates and select one. So rejection during interviews or your CV is not getting shortlisted is a very normal part of the process and does not really reflect on you at all times. This is not to say that don't look back and see what went wrong in the interviews or where are you applying, but it is not an ultimate judgment on you. It is not saying that okay, it's over. If you've not cleared one interview, then you are not able to clear interviews. Or if 10 companies have not called you, the 11th one will not call you. That is not what this is saying. So let's remember that and let us really focus on maintaining our motivation even during those ups and downs. Because maybe today you have an interview which you did not do well, and tomorrow you have a second interview call. You need to focus on improving the second interview and not basically concern yourself too much on how you could not clear the first interview, right? So that is how it goes. These are the factors that can affect your conviction, and these are the factors that can make it shaky for you. What you can do is to check on your conviction all the time. So how do you kind of maintain your conviction? I will give you about 3 tips. Please feel free to add if any of you think of any other ways of how you keep yourself motivated during the job search. Please feel free to add. So the first thing that I suggest is to really believe and tell yourself every day that you are capable, you are needed, and you will be able to find a good job. Do not let this self-talk kind of change. It can waver for some time, but it should not be like really a standard message that you are telling yourself. That will really not help you during the job search process. Please tell yourself you are capable, you are needed, and trust me, there are a lot of jobs in the market. Companies are waiting for good candidates with the right skills, and let's not get swayed away with all those videos and courses being coming up these days of upskilling, artificial intelligence, and so on. Each of us is really needed. If we have the right attitude, we have the right job waiting for us. So let's really focus on that. It can be tough, but it's definitely possible, and it's going to be worth it. When you find the job, you will find it's worth it. So please remember that. Secondly, please do not compare yourself with others. Do not focus too much on the negative news going around. So, like I said in the video earlier, there are people who have found jobs in recession, and there are people who have said times are bad, market is not good, even when things are happening for others. So, it is something that you take from the people around you, that you take from whatever information you consume on the social media, on the news, and everything. So, please make sure that you remember to have at least a right dose of the negative and positive, and not really get influenced only by the negative. That is going to affect the reality of your life or your job search also. Thirdly, please make sure that during your job search journey, you are focused on self improvement. Yeah, you focus on reading self help books, motivational stories, learning new skills. All this will keep you focused and will help you in cultivating your conviction and confidence, and maintaining it. Rather than it going down, it will only take it up, it will only make it stronger, and that will help you in your job search. So these are my 3 tips. If you all have anything else, please feel free to add in the comments, and I'm sure everybody will benefit from that. Thank you so much.